off the G5 jet. I'm on my way to a brand new kit.
Welcome back, eSIM Studios, a YouTube channel. It is Monday, May the 11th, 2026. Let me check my audio for everybody real quick just to make sure that everything is a-okay. Last couple of shows have been kind of jacked up. So let me just make sure here. We got some big news. Wanted to squeeze it in. I know trying to get in a little earlier, but building this new website. Well, it's already built, but talking to customers and stuff all day. And let me double check. Does it sound all right? Yeah, I think we're good. Okay. So I do appreciate you for joining me today. Before we get started, I want to let you know this YouTube channel is sponsored by Lyca Mobile. Phenomenal service, very cheap price. So y'all have heard me express my gratitude with Lyca Mobile and the phenomenal services that they have. You can get an extra line everybody needs, and we're not talking about a perfect example of voice over a VoIP number. They're good for some uses. For other uses, they suck. If you need a 2FA number, right? A lot of two-factor authentications don't play well or nicely with VoIP numbers like Google Voice. I was just doing that today. So I was like, damn it, it won't send the code. So go grab you a Lyca Mobile, a legit real phone company and phone number. You can get 18 gigs of data per month, 10 gigs of hotspot data. This is high-speed 5G data. Unlimited call, text to over 100 countries for only $7.50 per month. $7.50 per month. If you want to go unlimited data, unlimited calling, unlimited texting, $18 a month. So very affordable, and they use the big boy towers. So you know you're going to get phenomenal speeds, phenomenal service. Can't go wrong with Lyca Mobile. Link is down below in the description box. And IMEI Certified and IMEI Certified.com. If you have a device that is or was reported lost and or stolen, everybody knows it's a pain in the butt. It's happened to me. It's happened to everybody. You go, I think it was a few years ago, you go buy a phone, you test it out, it works. You meet up with somebody, you put your SIM card in there, that's all is good. A week or two later, they call, report it stolen, so they can get a brand new phone, and then you're left out in the cold with a phone that's blocked and reported lost or stolen. So IMEIcertified.com will clean that IMEI. IMEIcertified.com will convert that lost and stolen IMEI number on that device to a clean and clear IMEI, and you can use it again on whatever carrier you were using it on, or if it was unlocked before, you can use it on any other carrier. So iPhone, Android, they have unlock services, IMEI cleaning services for AT&T, T-Mobile, Verizon. I think they're going to add Cricket here soon. So phenomenal service, IMEIcertified.com. Link is down below in the description box. Now, big news, if you have a Samsung device that has the battery drain bug. I know there was a lot of people reaching out to me, especially in the comments with some of the videos I've made in the past week or two in regards to this battery bug. And look, it's not just specific to Samsung. Google's been hit with that same battery bug with a lot of their Pixels. I think it was introduced in the April security patch update. Just didn't play nicely with a lot of phones. It looks like Samsung got hit the hard. Well, Pixels hit pretty hard too, but the update we're talking about today is specific to Samsung. Samsung rolled out One UI 8.5 stable version for the S25 series, S24 series, S23, a lot of the folds, the flips, the 7 series, the 6 series. They also rolled out stable version One UI 8.5 to the Tab series. So like Tab 10, Tab S10, Tab S11. You get it. It's a large number of devices, even the A series. So I know there's two groups of people that did not update their phone, meaning they pushed back that April update because I guess they've seen a video or two of mine warning people not to update their devices, and they're wanting to know, hey, when is it going to be okay to update the phone? Well, it's okay to update your phone. Or you're on the other end of the stick where, man, you do have the battery drain bug. You did install the April update, and it's really messing up your phone. And it's a bad a battery drain. I had it on my S25 Ultra before I traded it in or sold it. It would literally die in just a few hours. Literally die. Like I think it was so crazy. Like it was the worst battery drain I think I've ever had in my life. I would plug it in right before I lay my head down. You know, I'll plug it in, brushing teeth, taking a shower, whatever before bed. And you don't want it plugged in all night while you're sleeping, so you unplug it. It's at 100%. Go to sleep, wake up 6 hours later, whatever, and it's at like 30%. Like it literally drained, and that's just on idle. And then when you start using it, it goes quick. Literally within a few hours. It's so bad people didn't even believe me. But unfortunately, people found out the hard way. I think a lot of people did install the April update just without even thinking about it. I do the same thing, you know, update. Oh, cool. Let's install it. Well, this update is officially going to fix that battery drain bug. So whether you were holding out for this update or you were desperately wanting to install this update to get rid of your battery drain bug, congratulations, you can now install it. However, it may not be available to you just right this second. They do staggered update rollouts, so it does suck. But good news, it's released today. Bad news is you may have to wait another day or two. So go check your devices right now if you have a Samsung phone, tablet, what have you. Go to settings, go search updates, and go check and see if it's available. If it's not available, you know, I don't know, give it a few days. Again, I think in about a week, maybe 5 to 7 days is typically the length it takes for all the devices that are eligible to receive it. I usually check, I don't know, once a day when I know an update's out, maybe twice a day just to see if it's available. So hopefully it'll hit your device all at once. I know South Korea is getting it first, and I know America, either US, North America, is right up there on the list. So hopefully, fingers crossed, all of y'all that have a Samsung device. Now, I think not only is the battery drain bug getting fixed, but I think there's also some more features. AI features nobody uses. Quick share, airdrop compatibility is available in this. So if you have an S24 Ultra, S25 Ultra, you will be able to share files seamlessly with any iOS device, even a MacBook. It's pretty cool. I was just using it today for some of my stuff. I was transferring a video, so you get that enabled. And you know what? There's also the May update of the Google Play Services update is available. Let's look at the full feature list. So let me pull up this. Let me share my screen right here. Hey, what's going on? Thank you for joining us today. My setup's all jacked up. I had to give my daughter an HDMI cable for something for her monitor. I had to pull it from my streaming computer. Just pulling one cable jacked everything up. I don't know how this happened. I had to order one ASAP from Amazon. I think it was delivered just now. But I have like weird monitor setup. So if you see me looking way over here, normally I like to have all my monitors in front of me so I can just quick access, right? But now I'm like, yeah, yeah. How's it going? For real? Yes, for real. Still no. Oh, yeah. Well, damn. Hopefully, fingers crossed, we will get it by tomorrow morning for sure. For a lot of you guys, the moment when, damn, my eyesight's getting worse. The text is so small right next to me. I get a wireless mic. Let's see. The moment when 6G drops in the US, would you get it straight away? It'll most likely be Samsung that gets it first. I mean, yeah. I guess it's up to the carriers, not necessarily like Samsung. See what I'm saying? Like, it would have to be enabled in one of these new CPUs and one of the new modems, kind of like how they do with it now, right? So, like with the new T-Mobile network, the 5G network, it's only enabled in a certain number of modems in CPUs, embedded in CPUs. So, I mean, yeah. So here's how it'll work. News will come out that T-Mobile's going to announce we have 6G now, and it will be enabled on the upcoming S28 Ultra, something like that, right? And then you get the pre-order the S28 Ultra, whether through T-Mobile or Samsung, and then you get it, and then it works. So, yeah, why not? I mean, we just got on 5G, so. But yeah, I love that stuff. It's like jumping from Wi-Fi. It's like a Wi-Fi 7. It's not a, you don't really know how big of a change it is until you get it, right? Like I'm sure, I think we're still a couple years away. Maybe you have more updated information than I do. I don't know. I have no clue. I haven't even really looked into that. So here is, let's see. Damn it. Told y'all my stream today, I gotta get better organized, man. And I was gonna show off this OnePlus 15 that I just pulled out of the out of my drawer, and I had to use that as my webcam. So I'm using the OnePlus 15 as my webcam. I normally use this as my webcam, but I had to factory reset it. S20. Oh, reminds me, this could have the update as well. The S25 Plus. We're gonna jump into the news. Let me just double check as well. It's on the May. Let's see. Come on now. Nope. It's not focusing. Oh, software is up to date. Now, that's not the only update. The Google Play Services Google Play Services update is available as well. So typically the Google Play Services updates will hit Pixels first. But we shall see. It is available, and I would suggest updating to that as fast as possible as well. Funny you asked that. I was literally going to put my SIM card in there right before I started the stream. I actually transferred some of my videos, pictures, and stuff like that I need on my devices. That's what I was using QuickShare. I mentioned I was using QuickShare and AirDrop earlier. Well, I was transferring some files to get everything set up on the OnePlus 15 so I can use it as my daily driver. And then I was like, oh crap, I need to do a live today. And I factory reset this today that I normally use as my webcam. So I don't want to use my daily driver as my webcam, because what if my wife calls, or I don't like to use my main phone daily driver as a webcam. Although I can, I just don't like to. So I was like, crap, what do I use? And I'm looking around and I was like, I just grabbed the OnePlus 15 and threw it up there. Yeah, I was literally going to put my SIM card in there right before I started this. So I think I'm going to switch to the OnePlus 15 as my daily driver right after the stream. I had planned on doing that today. I just got carried away with stuff. So yeah, I'm going to go back to the OnePlus 15, and that'll be a good test, because like I said, you don't really know what you're missing until it's gone, right? It's like Motorola Signature. I didn't even realize I liked that so much until I didn't have one. Now I'm looking to get one again. Well, the OnePlus 15 has been in the freaking closet for the for the last few weeks, and I was talking about it. I think it was on yesterday's stream or the day before, and I was like, you know what? Let me pull it out and get it going. Of course, I didn't do that until today, but yeah, I'm gonna use it as my daily driver starting tonight, and then we'll really see. I'll start to use that more because even though I'll have an S26 Ultra, you still gravitate to or tend to use more what your main SIM is in, right? Your family texts you, your spouse calls you, you need to communicate with my daughter. So yeah, I'm gonna have my main SIM in my main phone in my hand most of the time, but that'll let me know I'm gonna use my S26 Ultra as my business phone. So I'm not going to be using it as much, but it'll let me know software-wise, functionality-wise, service-wise. Do I miss the S26 Ultra? Are there features that I miss from that? Is it that big? Because I wonder about that stuff, And I did miss the OnePlus 15. I've just been so busy lately. I just haven't had time. I wanted to switch to it. I just haven't had the time to dedicate a good hour or so to getting it set up to where I want it, right? So yeah, we're gonna go OnePlus 15 starting tonight. So I'll definitely let you know tomorrow. I'll probably put a video out in regards to that going back. Oh, it just got a big update. So the OnePlus 15, for those of y'all that say for those of y'all that might be worried about OnePlus not updating their devices after the whole shutting down news, rumors, and them merging with Realme, well, I just got the April. I turned it on. Was it this morning or last night this morning? It just got the April. Well, it should be May. We're in May, aren't we? Anyways, I got the April security patch, Oxygen OS, and I got the April Google Play Services update. And now that I'm thinking about it, it should, I don't think they've issued May yet. In fact, Samsung hasn't even issued the May security patch update yet. And Google just released, literally a couple hours ago, the May Google Play Services update. So technically, I guess the OnePlus 15 is up to date because the only device that'll really get the Google Play Services update is the Pixel, since they issue it. And then Samsung's notoriously behind on the Google Play Services update, but they're always on time, typically on time with the security patches. So I'm glad to see the phone still supported. I knew they would, but it's just a little comforting to know that it still gets updated. Let's see here. How's the camera on the OnePlus 15? It's pretty good. It's a lot better than what people give it or don't give it credit for. Everybody knows when we were anticipating this device coming out, you saw the early YouTubers that got the early access and review videos, review units. Everybody just dogged the hell out of this phone, out of these cameras. Just dog shit cameras. That's essentially, everybody saw those videos. I did, and I don't watch that much of tech YouTube just because I don't want my opinion swayed or one way or the other. But I watched all of the OnePlus 15 videos. And everybody said trash. So when I got the phone, I already knew what to expect. At least I thought I knew what to expect. They're actually pretty good. Now, are they up there? Is it comparable to the Oppo Find X9 Pro? Right? No, it's not. But is it up there? Is it better than the S26 Ultra? Probably. I think I'm going to do a video. I think I'm going to start collecting, since I'm going to be rocking the S26 Ultra with my business phone and the OnePlus 15 as my daily driver. I'm going to have them on me, both of them at all times, 24/7. So I think I'm going to start doing some camera shots. That's enough time, because I did put out a video a few months ago, but that's when the S26 Ultra was just out, and the OnePlus 15 since then has had a couple of updates. I'm going to do a new camera test between the OnePlus 15 and the S26 Ultra. It's definitely better than what people give it credit for. And nobody's making any videos about this phone anymore. It's like everybody makes a bunch of videos when it first comes out, and then they just forget about it. So I'm going to compile some content, put a video out. It definitely has decent cameras, actually pretty good cameras. They're not anything to brag about. Like they're not gonna like take your breath away, because every now and then you'll have a really fantastic camera phone and you're like, whoa, that's a really good photo. Again, it's not up there with Oppo and stuff, but is it any worse than the S26 Ultra? Let's be honest. The S26 Ultra is really lagging in the camera quality department. Like, what we pay for these phones is pretty shitty, to be honest with you, for the S26 Ultra, right? So if you're used to that, then you'll be fine with the OnePlus 15 camera quality. I don't know. Yes, they are. They are getting all new sensors, not just the 11, not just the base model Pixel 11, but the Pixel 11 Pro, Pixel 11 Pro XL, and the Pixel 11 Pro Fold. They are getting new hardware, new camera sensors, brand new sensors, which is good. And I think they had to do that not just to keep up with competition, but they have a brand new ISP in the Tensor G6 image signal processor. And I think it is so advanced that I think they had to put all new hardware, meaning all new camera sensors, in that device just so it can play nicely with the new ISP that's in the chip, system on a chip. So that's really good news. I think you can expect really good camera quality this year from Pixel. Hopefully video, but definitely good camera quality this year. At least excited to see that, anticipate that, right? So yes, yeah, you're going to be getting all new camera sensors. Any news on the in-house Google Messages video calling? Oh yeah, how did we forget about that? Or how did I forget about that? Google Messages 4.0, right? Is that what you're talking about? No. And I haven't even thought about that since I brought, made a video about that since the news came out, what, a month ago, 6 weeks ago? Nothing. In fact, you know what? Let's find out. RCS 4.0. Yeah, it's supposed to be some huge update. Let's see. It's supposed to be like iPhone level iMessaging, but for Android. Let's see here. Let's go over to news. See, all the latest news on this Google Messages 4.0 update was a month ago. So when are we going to see this? How can I forget about this? So you're going to get really good video calls between iPhone and Android. Finally, it's not going to be that grainy 1998 video quality between iPhone and Android. It's actually going to be like 4K quality good. But there's nothing. I don't know when we can expect this. They announced it and then we haven't heard anything since. So I'm not sure. Let's see here. It was finalized on March 26th, 2026. But what the hell? I have no clue. I'm going to make a note for myself to look into this after the live stream and hopefully have something for y'all tomorrow. RCS 4.0. Look into that. Yeah. Great question. Great freaking question. Hey, what's up, Carlos? Are you going to buy the Pixel 11 Pro XL when it comes out in August? So I'm going to put it this way. I know I've said that I'm going to take a break from Pixel. We're going to get one. We're going to get one in the house. Normally we get Pixels for everybody. Me, my wife, my daughter, every year since I can remember. And this year was the first time we got all new Samsungs for everybody in the household. Now we kept 2 out of those 3. But I think this year what we're going to do is I think we're going to buy one. So yes, the answer is yes. I just don't know who's going to use it and if we're going to buy any more, because we want one just to kind of test the waters to see what, just to see what it's like. Camera sensors, battery, display should be freaking amazing with this new Samsung display. But we're going to get one. Yeah, the answer is yes. And I'm actually kind of excited, as much as I am kind of Google's kind of put a bad taste in my mouth, and me specifically. It doesn't bother my wife so much, doesn't bother my daughter. She could care less, right? But me, and I'm going to be rocking this OnePlus 15 now. It charges in like 20 something minutes. Got literally 2-day battery life. So it just rubs me. It just, for whatever reason, the charging and the battery thing for me, it hits me right in the nuts. Like what Google's doing with this 200 charging cycle thing. Yeah, it'll be good up until 200 charging cycles. And then after 6 months, it's going to suck. Like our Pixel 10 Pro takes 2 hours to charge. And the battery life sucks because it has a battery bug. So it just, that sort of thing bothers me. But we're going to get one and give it a shot. And we're probably going to pass it around for a few days, and I'll use it for a few days. She'll use it for a few days, and we'll go from there. We could buy a couple more, or we could return it. I have no idea, but we're definitely going to give it a try. When do you think Apple will put millimeter wave support in their custom modem, the C2? I think the C2, no? Let's see. Does the Apple C2 modem support, did I spell that wrong? Oh no. Support. Let's see. Yeah. The Apple iPhone 18 series will be the first iPhone that'll support millimeter wave thanks to the C2 modem. So it will introduce millimeter wave 5G connectivity starting in the iPhone 18 Pro and Pro Max. Remember, they're not releasing the iPhone 18 series this year in September. They're doing a staggered release this year. So you're only gonna get 2 phones in September. You're gonna get the iPhone 18 Pro and iPhone 18 Pro Max. And then and the Fold. And the Fold. And then in March, I think, of the following year, you're going to get the 18 Plus, and the 18 Air. And then those will have the C2 modem. So yeah, here coming up in a few months. Well, you know what I mean. September. How far are we away? Yeah, about 4 months. Yeah, they'll support them, but only on the new ones. They cannot activate millimeter wave on the older ones. So if you do need millimeter wave for whatever your needs are, you're going to want to upgrade to this upcoming 18 Pro or Pro Max for sure. Great question. Thank you. I don't think we've even discussed that. Thank you. Yeah, for sure, man. For sure. I really appreciate your viewership. So thank you for being here. So let's look into this real quick. So I was going to pull up One UI 8.5. Let's look at the list of devices. I'm sure some of y'all viewing have got one of these devices. I know I do. I got a couple. Let's see here. So here is, man, that was a long beta. 5 months in the beta program. That jacked up. I had the worst, well, not worst, but a really, really bad experience on my S25 Ultra. It was bad from the start. Like, it was one that I wish I could just forget about. Because when I got the S25 Ultra, remember the titanium one, they're trying to copy Apple. Well, titanium does not dissipate heat as well as aluminum. That's why I was hoping they would make that move back to aluminum, because I had overheating problems on the S25 Ultra. We got 3 last year, and all 3 of them overheated. Well, no, 2 overheated. I only now we got 3 to see if my daughter and my wife wanted one. They couldn't make the switch, so they went back to the Pixels. And then I had my choice of the 3 that we were going to return, but I had overheating problems. And I had overheating problems for the first few months of the life of the device. And then I was like, well, shoot, let me enroll it in the beta program when it became available. One UI 8, I think it was. And then I had I think it's still overheated. And then One UI 8.5 came out towards the end of the life of the S25 Ultra. And then I got hit with a really, really bad battery bug in that. And it just, I only had, out of the 12 months of having the S25 Ultra, I only had like 2 months where it was like normal. It was either overheating at first or it was draining super fast at the end. There was like 2 months in between there when, man, it sucked. It was a horrible experience. But anyways, let's take a look at what devices are going to get this. So it is the S25 series, including the Edge, including the FE, the S24 series, including the FE, the Samsung Galaxy Z Trifold, the Samsung Galaxy Z Fold 7, Z Flip 7, Z Flip 7 FE, Z Fold 6, Z Flip 6, Tab S11 series, and Tab S10 series. If you do not have a device that's on that list and you don't have an S26 Ultra because it's already on the S26 Ultras, but if you have a Samsung that's not on that list, I think I misspoke earlier and said it was even available for A series devices. That's incorrect. I thought I could have sworn I saw it available for the A series, but it's not. And I'm not sure. They might issue 8.5 stable to devices that are not on that list, like an A series device, but we just don't know. They haven't said anything. I have no clue. But those are the list of devices that are going to get One UI 8.5 stable version, and again, should roll out this week, right? Look, realistically, I think if you don't have, I would be surprised. Like, let's say I had, like, for this S24 plus, or excuse me, S25 plus right here, I wouldn't be shocked if Friday came around and this did not get it, right? I think most everybody watching, I think by midweek, Wednesday, maybe Thursday, I think it'll hit your device for sure. So, you're desperately gonna want to update your phone. Not to mention the quick share to AirDrop thing is pretty cool, and it doesn't really explain anything else, any features, does it? Yeah, I don't see anything interesting. Do we have any other? Let's see here. Oh yes, iPhone got what was an update today? iOS 26.5, supposed to enable encrypted messaging from iPhone to Android via RCS, but I could have sworn it was already encrypted, but maybe I was obviously wrong. So here's the new May system, Google Play system update. Now this is important for behind the scenes stuff, and this can have a major factor as well with battery life. So I certainly encourage you to not only check for your software update, but check for this. Now you will not get notified for a Google Play system update. That's something you're gonna have to manually check, but it essentially does everything behind the scenes. Communication with Google Play services. You want that to be updated because it plays nicely with stuff like Android Auto, Android Wallet, or Android Pay, connectivity services, as you can see here, Android System Intelligence, Safety Core, WebView, health services, a bunch of stuff. that needs to be updated in the background. Quick share extension and information, SIM manager. So a lot of this stuff needs to be updated to keep your device running not only safe but efficiently as well. So do you think the S27 will have silicon carbon batteries finally? Yes. Now, it's not the silicon carbon that's in the OnePlus 15. Samsung, Apple, they cannot buy enough, meaning they can't source enough true silicon carbon. The same silicon carbon that's in the OnePlus 15, they just can't source enough of it to fulfill cell phone orders and purchases of they sell like 80, 100 million phones a year. There's not enough silicon carbon to go around you can't make, there's not enough silicon carbon to go around. So if they're selling 100 million phones a year, that means you got to have 100 million batteries. There's just not enough. It's just a simple fact. Not a lot of people know that, but that's why Samsung has not gone to silicon carbon already. That's why Apple has not gone to silicon carbon already, is they just can't buy enough of it. There's just not enough to go around. OnePlus can, because they're only selling, I don't know, not as many as Apple or Samsung. Now, what they are doing is their own version of silicon carbon. It's like silicon carbon 2.0. It's a derivative of, it's a composite derivative of silicon carbon. So most everybody's just going to say silicon carbon battery, like I am, like you are, because we're just used to it. But it's technically, it has a scientific name that's not silicon carbon, but it's like silicon carbon 2.0. They made it on their own. They made it in-house in their own R&D lab. And it looks like it's about ready to go. They've been testing it as of late. I did a video on this a few weeks ago, and they have it to the point where it looks like they're ready to implement it in production devices. So yes, it will. They will, Samsung. Now, here's the catch. I think they're only going to put it in the S27 Ultra, in the S27 Pro. Remember, they're going to introduce a Pro model this year. It's going to be an S27 Ultra equivalent minus the S Pen. So it's going to have top-notch specs, wink wink, without the S Pen. And they might do a name change down the road and bring the Note series back and transition the Ultra with the S Pen back to the Note term. And it's a mess, but I do not expect silicon carbon batteries to be in the smaller devices. I recorded a video yesterday and I did not upload it. Samsung, it came out. Samsung is going to put, and it kind of shocked me, for the S27 series, Samsung's not going to make their own displays. They're going to actually outsource that product to supplier to BOE. So BOE is going to make the display for the S27 and S27 Plus, while Samsung is going to make its own display for the S27 Ultra and S27 Pro. Now, that's a big foreshadowing on why I think they're not going to introduce silicon carbon. See, got me. Their version of the silicon carbon in the smaller and or cheaper devices, meaning they're going to make a differentiator. Their mobile division not doing so good. They're struggling. So they're going to do anything and everything they can to pinch pennies to save money on these devices. And if they can get a display for a cheaper price through BOE than they can with their own in-house displays, then they're going to do that. Now, remember, they're just going to be putting their own displays and the silicon carbon in the Ultra and the Pro, while the base model and the Plus are going to get BOE display, which is not a bad thing. The OnePlus 15 has a BOE display. They're pretty freaking nice. But Samsung's doing that to save money. So it's just an interesting little road that they're going to go down on seeing what they're going to do to tweak some of these specs and some of these parts and some of these suppliers to try and save a few cents here, a few cents there on each model that they release. It's a big deal. It can turn into hundreds of millions of dollars in savings. Yeah, exactly. BOE makes OnePlus screens. So if you like the vividness and the colorfulness of the OnePlus 15 or 15R, like I do, and the 13, I think BOE's made OnePlus displays for a long time now. I love them. So it's not a bad thing. It's just a shocker when you hear Samsung, because Samsung's known for displays, right? Well, yeah. It's kind of a shocker. You're like, they're not going to put their own displays in their own phones? Well, they can save money. That's what they're going to do. And again, it's not a bad thing. So I like the displays. Oh, a couple of days with the signature now. Man, I miss the software experience, even though I like the One UI experience. 2.5 years with the S22 Ultra. It's different. It's definitely different than One UI. But it's like in between, but it's better than Pixel. It's like in between. It's like Pixel with a One UI twist, if that makes sense. It's like in between. It's like if the Pixel operating system and the Samsung operating system had a baby. It's kind of like that. It's like Pixel, but it's like way more customizable. I know it might be like it might be like Oxygen OS, because it has a more custom ROM feel than a fine and refined and smooth feel like One UI. I get more of the custom ROM feeling whenever I use a OnePlus or that Motorola Signature. It's definitely nice. It's definitely nice. I definitely prefer that over a Pixel software or OS. It's just much more customizable. They got a ton of security settings in there, a ton of settings, period. It's a really, really nice phone. I'm still looking to get another one. Yeah, Samsung is making Apple displays. Samsung was going to be putting their brand new M16 OLED panels in the Pixels. So Samsung's making the displays for a lot of, well, yeah, Pixel in the upcoming Pixel 11 series, the upcoming iPhone 18 series. And I'm sure there will be more, right? Do you recommend OLED monitors? Yeah, for sure. In fact, I'm using one right now. Well, my big widescreen over here that's way on the wall is not OLED, but the two main ones I have here are OLED. I have an OLED external monitor that you're actually looking at on the screen right now. That's where I shared my screen. It's OLED, and then my laptop monitor, or my laptop display, is OLED. So yeah, I love OLED, and there's a night and day difference between LCD and OLED. You get spoiled when you start using laptops and computers with OLEDs. You get spoiled. Like, you don't want to go back to LCD. It's just night and day difference. So, hey, what's going on, man? Appreciate you joining us today. Yeah, you can't get enough of the design. It's very nice. Any OLED you like? Any type of OLED? What do you mean? For monitors? INNOCN, INNOCN. That's what I'm using right now. That's what I recommend. INNOCN typically makes... I have a number of INNOCN. Oh, I have a Samsung monitor here too. But INNOCN, INNOCN, they typically make a good OLED monitor, and it's not going to cost you an arm and a leg. It's OLED monitors are not cheap, but they are coming down in price a little bit. And they typically make some pretty good ones. It's this right here. They got them on Amazon, and they have them here right here as well. They sell LCD and OLED. You can also look for mini LED, which is kind of like a mini LED is kind of like, it's still a light emitting diode, which is the basis for an OLED. It's just kind of like a slightly different version, but there's still a night and day difference between a mini LED display and a LCD display. The mini LED looks much more closer to a OLED than a LCD. You can get it looks like they just updated their website here. You can get refurbished. You can get they have OLEDs here. They have mini LED right here. And they got IPS, stuff like that. So yeah, check them out. INNOCN. That's who I typically buy mine from. And you can buy them it's actually cheaper to buy them from their website than Amazon. And they ship worldwide. I think they have a bunch of different, I think they're actually a supplier to, I forgot who, one of the big named companies. I can't remember who, but they're actually one of the big manufacturers. So check them out. They're pretty good. Let's see here. What else? Google Play services. Anything else to get into? Let's see. What about there was, let's see. Huh. I thought there was a no shit. MediaTek Dimensity 9600 chip to feature a 2 Ultra ARM cores for the first time in a 2+3+3 overall CPU configuration. Yeah, because I used to just rock one Ultra core ARM core. Have one main prime core and then the extras on the side. But that looks like it could be a beast. Wow. Wow, Tesla. See, did y'all see Intel stock again shoot way up? Tesla reportedly is moving production of its AI 6.5 chip from TSMC to Intel under the pressure from the Trump administration. Let's see. Yeah, I think that's about it. You're saying I have an LCD ThinkPad at work and want to just look at another screen instead. Get a external monitor. So what I have is a 15-inch external monitor. It's an OLED monitor that I have on a stand, and it's that Innocent brand, INNOCN. You can get them on Amazon. It's nice to have an external monitor. You can plug it into your laptop, your existing laptop, and you could just work off of there. Or you can have two side by side. Close your lid, just use the OLED. It's nice. Yeah, they got a bunch of different options. It makes a world of a difference looking at an OLED compared to an LCD. Big Time Pixel user is about to buy a OnePlus 15 Unlock 512 on eBay for $729. Should I do it? Yes. I don't ever want to tell you what to do, but if you can afford it and you think you want to take the plunge, I think you'll like it. I haven't seen or heard of many people that don't like the OnePlus 15. Usually the people that talk shit about OnePlus are people that have never used one, you know? But basically I think most people that use it would definitely recommend it. So, I got to get out. Let's see. It's that time of the night. So I just got the alert. It's dinner time. So I appreciate it. Thank you for joining me today. Yeah, most of that stuff is resolved. No. No, I don't think so. You're not going to be getting a camera upgrade to the S25 Plus. Trust me. No. Solid. Oh, sold a OLED ultra wide. Everyone was concerned about burn-in. Wouldn't believe me when I told them there was none. Yeah, you know, I've never experienced burn-in before, and I've been a OLED user, not for like forever, but you know, I've had for, you know, last 4 or 5 years OLED, something OLED outside of a phone, and I don't have any burn-in whatsoever. Ooh, the Dell. Those are nice. Yeah. See, I always go the cheap route when it comes to OLED stuff. But if you get the nice OLED monitors, yeah, you get Thunderbolt support. You get really, really good display quality. I mean, Innocent's nice, but, you know. Yeah, if you spend a few extra dollars, you can get some really, really good looking quality pictures there. So, appreciate the time. I'm going to get out of here. Thank you for watching. Please stay tuned. We'll see you tomorrow. Peace. OLED TVs, 2 thumbs up. If you can find a good one at a good price, go for it.
Yeah. Woo.
I just need my space right now.
Fresh off the G5 jet, on my way to a brand new kit.